Howdy folks, it's Earl here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we're going to do a VFR flight of Interlagos circuit. Formula 1, they just raced there earlier today as I record this, and we'll talk all about that in a minute. But those of you who don't follow the channel, we are following the Formula 1 calendar. This season we are taking IFR flights from location to location. VFR flights of each track of the 2023 calendar, and then that'll wrap it up. We only have 2 left after this. So Interlagos, Sao Paulo, Brazil today, and then we'll fly IFR to Vegas, and not from here though, it's 11.5 hours. We'll start somewhere else, but we'll fly to Vegas. Then we do the Vegas VFR along the streets, I'll show you that, and then Yas Marina, Abu Dhabi after that. Will I fly into Abu Dhabi? I'm not planning on it at the moment, but if I have time and the bug strikes, maybe I'll do a short IFR to Abu Dhabi from somewhere. We'll see. Anyways, all about Sao Paulo today. I'm just letting you see the city because we're going to be flying south and not looking at the city once we're in the air. So we're just going to use the drone to get our visuals. Let's get a little bit lower here so we can get a sense of how tall these buildings are. This is a huge city, of course. I know that. I'm sure most of my viewers already know how big the area is, but there you go. So Interlagos, between the lakes. So it's easy to find the track because it's between the lakes. You just fly south and there's the track. So very easy. So that means we're going to be in an easy airplane. I'm going to take this guy out. And my drone decided to stop working. There we go. We're going to take this guy out. Been a very long time. You know, I don't think I've ever flown this freely. I think we've only flown, we've only flown it for the bush trip 3.5 years ago. I don't know. I do not have a checklist for this thing, so we'll have to use our brains to start it up. So flight plan, we're just going to head south to the circuit. Circuit is right here, so we're just going to head south across the river, the channel. Bam. And then when we get there, we talk about the race and we talk about the track. Plenty to talk about today, so it could be a wordy video. Sometimes these videos are only 8 minutes long, sometimes they're 45. Just depends on what there's to talk about. So let's see if I can figure this out without getting kind of checklist. One of these is battery, one of them is generator. We're gonna strobe. We're gonna start the engine. Is there a primer or anything in here? No, if it's a primer, it will go in and out. Throttle and fuel are back here because it's on the move. What other presets do I have? Maybe that'll help me figure it out. Are those flaps? Those are flaps. If I use my presets, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need something there. No, these are just window views. Okay, well, we got the fuel forward. We got the... yeah, fuel forward. And we'll crack open the throttle and let's start it. Maybe that's all we need. I don't even know if the parking brake is on. Parking brake is not on because we're moving. There's the parking brake. Okay, there you go. That's simple. Don't need GPS. Don't have it anyway. We don't need anything. Let's turn this on to standby. We'll use radios because we do. Does that turn on if I hit it? It says off, but can I turn it on? Whatever. Don't need it. Don't care. Alrighty. Very simple. In fact, it's so simple I'm kind of lost on what to do. Let's see if there's an ATIS. There is. We know the weather. Not that it's really going to matter that much other than telling us the... oh, Secret Service came by. Otherwise, it'll tell us the runway, which, again, we'll get ground control to tell us anyway, but let's listen to it.
Condon has airport information Alpha 1900 Zulu. Wind 152 at 11. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,600 feet, few clouds at 4,900 feet. Temperature 20. Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.09er. ILS X-ray runway 17 right and visual 0 runway 17 left in use. Landing and departing runway 17 right and runway 17 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Alpha.
Alright, we have Alpha and 17 and we're at 18 on the compass, so we'll be back taxiing. How far is the back taxi going to be? Oh, right there. I picked a good spot to start. Okay, cool. Let's tune on clearance and let's get the heck out of here. Where's clearance? To the south.
Sao Paulo ground Turtle Soup Tango, Tango Tango, 41, ready to taxi departure, to the south, with Alpha.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 17 right using taxiway cross runway 17 left. Contact tower on 118.05 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 17 right via taxiway cross runway 17 left Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, so we'll turn around. Parking brake is already off. I put one set of flaps down. And we're just using taxi view because I like this view. We'll see how this goes. Oh, watch your head. Oh, you did not watch your head because you're busy talking to your girlfriend on the phone or something. I don't know. Talking to someone. Alrighty, let's not tip over though. I'm not going to try to take him out again. There we go. Jeez. Alrighty, anyway, I just felt like flying this thing because I haven't flown in a long time. We'll see how the landing goes when it comes to landing. Don't know where I'm landing yet. Don't know if I'm going to come back to this airport or if I'm going to go somewhere else. There is an airport along the coast, but that might be farther away than I think it is. So we'll just have to look at the VFR map and see what it is. Oh, they're going to have us go down here and then cross over. That's fine. Yeah, otherwise set the time. So, okay, so the time it says is 5:47 p.m. in the sim in real time. It's not. Real time is 3 hours ahead of me, so it's not even 5 p.m. yet. So I don't know why it was off by an hour. Probably because the daylight saving time ending last night as I record this. Obviously I'm recording this on a Sunday afternoon after the race because I go back to work tomorrow, or as you're watching this I'm working after 6 weeks off for my surgery. And normally I do my flights. Oh my gosh, wait a second. No. Look what they're having us do. They're gonna have us go. Oh, never mind. Okay, it was blue and then in this view it changed. Forget that. Pretend none of that was said. And let's tune in tower and let's request clearance to take off.
Sao Paulo Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 at runway 17 right, ready for departure south departure.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 altimeter tree 0.09er wind 152 at 11. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 17 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 17 right Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
So see those taxi lights, the blue taxi lights in the distance there. I thought that was the taxi ribbon and they're going to have us go all the way down and come back again because it's done that before. But thank goodness I was wrong. Whoa, I'm trying to do a turn and burn, which is not how you do that in this airplane. Anywho, we're already ready to pop up just like that. STOL, short takeoff and landing, brakes to stop the wheels, flaps coming in as we get some speed, so we'll stay nice and low. And then we'll turn to the right, but we do need our VFR map for this one because we don't have it in the cockpit, so we'll stay nice and low. We're not going to get too high. So trimming down, we'll bring our throttles if we have to so you don't blow this thing up. And we're going to head right here. There's the circuit. So I was saying something else, I think. Maybe I wasn't. I was saying something about thinking the blue lines were the taxi lines.
Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango
What?
41 continue for south departure.
Yep, no problem. I don't think I need to acknowledge that, do I? I do.
Sao Paulo Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 continue for south departure.
Because I do not have autopilot, I have hand fly. I need to use this view for now. Looking good though. It's windy. Oh my goodness, this thing is affected by every little wind. Looking back at the city, and I was saying something during that taxi, and I don't remember what I was saying. Huh, doesn't matter. I'll go back and edit and be like, oh, that's right. Anywho, headed towards the racetrack. I don't quite have it spotted yet, but, oh, my work. Yes, so what happens is I work, and then at night, after I put everybody to bed, I'll come down to my office and record videos super late at night. But because going back to work this week, I have to make up for 6 weeks of work that no one else is doing, I'm going to be completely exhausted, so I won't be doing late night flights for a while. So I don't know if I'm going to get to some of the flights I have planned in between, but we will finish Formula 1 calendar without any problem. Whoa, that's making me dizzy. So anyway, oh, that's also why I'm recording this right away after the race. That's what I was trying to say. Alrighty, you see the circuit. It's pretty easy to spot. We get spotted from the airport. We will talk about the circuit. We will talk about the race once we get there, but we're going to enjoy the quick flight over. We'll have to check the elevation of the airport. I think we're still pretty high. I think we're like 3,000 feet above sea level. I didn't check ahead of time. Oops. Come back here. 2,600. Close enough. Yeah. So the elevation is pretty high. Not as high as Mexico City, but high enough that it affects the cars a little bit differently. So I'm not going to give any spoilers of the race, but it was definitely the most exciting race of the entire season, and maybe even including last season, to be honest. I was on the edge of my seat from the formation lap throughout the entire race. Those of you who did see the race understand why the formation lap was interesting, but it was exciting start to finish. A lot of people on social media are like, it was a snooze fest. Well, if it was a snooze fest, then there are other ways to watch Formula 1, like pay attention to the mid-pack. There's an ongoing joke that true Formula 1 fans pay attention to the mid-pack, because that's where the excitement is. From constructors to the racing to everything. So it was a very exciting race. I was very glad to watch it. I did put my father role first, though, because my brother had a sleepover with his cousin, and they were playing games that I was helping them with, so I wasn't watching it as intently as I wish I could have,
Turtle Soup Tango Tango
because I was
Tango
helping the
41
kids.
leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Sao Paulo Tower, Turtle Soup, Tango, 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 41 frequency change.
But I'd rather put my family first anyway, which is why I don't have daily videos like I used to, because my father and spouse duties have ramped up over the past couple years, so unable to do daily videos like I was for years. Alrighty, let's see how we doing on the thing. We're not quite redlining, so we're going to active pause, and it should stay now. They fixed the active pause where it doesn't keep changing things as you pause and blow up your engine while you're paused. Very good. Okay, well, let's hop outside. Let's see here. So I already mentioned that the race was very interesting, and I'll tell you why. So first of all, the track. Alright, let's give some space here. So this track is a short, medium length track. It allows the most passing of all tracks of the season. And in fact, they even said in commentary that generally there are more passes in the Sao Paulo race than there is in all the other races combined for the season. That may or may not be totally true. Might just be a dramatic statement, but I'm sure it's pretty darn close. Because normally there isn't really any passing unless someone screws up or there's a DRS train. There, of course, are DRS passes, but those of you who watch the race will know there were probably a dozen or two passes without DRS just in the last 10 laps. So, very exciting to watch. Let's see. There's something else I was going to throw in there. I totally forgot. Darn it. So, most passes of this season. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. It was very interesting, too. Anywho, elevation does play a role. There are a lot of surprises in today's race, which is great. They start here, go uphill a little bit, turn left, go downhill steeply. A lot of elevation changes, a lot of bank corners. And then they, they run through here. Then they got a lot of tight switchbacks, which is cool for passing. This is one of the reasons why there's so much passing, because if you pick one line to pass, you're going to get passed on the next corner. So not only is it switchback turns, but it's switchback, air quotes, and passing as well. That's not what switchback means, but it applies in this case. So you got to decide, do you not pass here so you can pass on the next one? Or do you pass and hope they screw up on the next one so you can keep your position? So a lot of the type of thing where someone will pass, but it's not confirmed for 3 or 4 more corners. So that's really cool. That's super fun to watch. And I still forgot the thing I was going to say. So let's see here. We talked about the passing. We talked about the switchbacks. We talked about the elevation and banking, which is really cool. These steep hills where they got to turn on steep hills is just nuts. Think about how hard that is to do if you're going a little bit fast in a regular car and then put in a race car. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot what I was going to say. I should write down all my notes before I talk, but I usually don't forget this much. There haven't changes to the track since in this history. You can read about that if you want to. Otherwise, they had a lot of huge. Oh yeah, they had a lot of huge TVs in this one. Very rowdy fans. Every practice, every qualifying, every formation lap was super rowdy. So that was interesting. What else? And I cannot think of that thing I was going to say. So I know the drone is turning left as I turn my head to the left as well. But it does kind of give you some of the elevation. You don't really see it on TV unless they strategically point their cameras a certain way. But it's uphill, so they gun it to get uphill to the finish. That's really cool too. That adds a challenge. But anyway, there is... Oh, I have a child coming down to see me. There is your track. Hopefully as we fly to land, I'll think of the other thing I was going to say. But let's get the drone back in place and keep flying. Alright, my kid and his cousin smashed up a bunch of Halloween candy with his mortar and pestle that he loves. And then he put in the oven, added some flour and liquid, and they're going to see if we can bake into cookies from random Halloween candy smashed up. Seems kind of cool. Alrighty, so... Oh boy, 35 nautical mile view. It only took a minute to get there. How long do you think it would take if we flew to the coast? And we landed... Is that our only option to land on the coast? Oh boy, do you think we can do that, or do you think that's too far? I'm thinking my real lifetime, but of course I can edit it down to a consumable video. Let's go for it. Let's head that direction. And so we'll just follow the water and keep the main legs to our left and see how this goes. Okay, undo active pause. And we're going to go as fast as we can. We're going to redline this lane. Anyway, there's your track. If I think of what I was going to say, and it's after the video, then I'll put it in editing. Otherwise, let's go as fast as we can. Are we flying in the right direction? We are. Let's go along the water. Alrighty, well now it's more than just a Interlagos video, although we are literally flying over the Interlagos neighborhood. That's where the track gets its name. And it's beautiful. So, what I'm going to do, let's see, I can't really... Oh, there might be too much weather up here. Not for icing and stuff, but just because it might be crazy. I don't know. We're going to try it. I'll have to use this view though, because I need to take my screenshot of the racetrack. Let's go. Wait, let's go like this. Well, let's go like this and bank it over the track. That was terrible looking. Let's try again. And let's try that. Okay. Doing it for the gram. Alrighty. So we can do some sightseeing, but because I have autopilot, I can't use the drone. I mean, you kind of can use the drone. In fact, let me show you, in case you don't know how this works. So if you use the drone, you don't have control of your aircraft. But if you hit C, you get control of your aircraft back. Hit C again, you can move the camera, do whatever you want, and go like this, and then hit C again, and I have control of your aircraft again. I can't move the camera now, but I can control the aircraft. So that's how that works. There's big city back here. The city, Sao Paulo is... let me do something with the camera again. Do like this. There we go. Now I can see Sao Paulo. There we go. Beautiful. Alrighty, so enjoy the views as we fly away. I'm not going to talk the whole time we fly out there, but beautiful. So, like I said, Vegas is next. Week off though. Whoops, let's change the camera. Week off before Vegas. I will have an IFR flight to Vegas. I think I mentioned that already. I mean, we can see the ocean from here. I just don't know how far away that is. IFR flight to Vegas from somewhere. I'll leave that as a surprise. And then we'll do the Vegas racetrack. I do not have add-on scenery for Vegas, so it will look kind of post-apocalyptic, but the point is that I point out where the racetrack is. That race is going to be a disaster. It's at night. Some of the stuff is like, I'll be watching everything the next day, but like practices are after midnight, qualifying is at like midnight, The race, I think, local. This is your local time, not my time. Local time. I think the race is at 10 p.m. or something. The temperature there is about in the mid-60s during the day, Fahrenheit. It's going to be about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is 3 degrees Celsius during the race, or even 0 Celsius. So it could be freezing during the race. They're predicting between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius, so that's like what, 32 to 45 Fahrenheit in Vegas? Ridiculous. The desert gets extremely cold. People don't realize that. But I think there's a week off in Abu Dhabi, so what am I going to do when I'm not flying Formula 1 tracks each week? Well, there's going to be bush trips. I thought the next World Update was due out November 1st. Obviously, I'm wrong, because I record this. It's not out yet. But bush trips to fly. And then I do have a few subscriber requests I haven't gotten to. Sorry about that, but with my open heart surgery and stuff, I kind of have an excuse. And then I still haven't tried the new Forza Motorsport. I downloaded it, haven't even loaded it once because I haven't had time. We might make it there without much trouble. I heard a lot of people have a lot of problems with it though, so I'm debating. I think you can actually return and refund a game a few times, so I might just refund it and not even play it because people are having so many problems. I've watched videos on YouTube and the graphics for that Forza Motorsport look disgustingly old. But I want track racing and I'm bored of Forza Motorsport 7. So anyway, my point is you might see a video pop up with Forza. I don't know. Alrighty, I'm going to stop talking for a minute because we're only halfway there, and I'm going to try to set up some sightseeing. Maybe if I can get this airplane to be stable enough, because it is really crazy. It's even more difficult than it looks on screen. So we'll see. I might just jump back in over there and make some sightseeing. Let's see what I come up with. Alright, I'm cutting in the sightseeing because this is incredibly deceptive. It looks like there's water and then the ocean, but that's not the ocean. I thought it was 10 minutes ago, but it's not. There's just this big old cliff off the mountain, and then we'll get to the area where we're looking for our airport. So this is fascinating. What are we flying at right now? We're at 6,000 feet above sea level, but we're only probably 2,500 above ground level, maybe. That's cool how the sun really wants to come through the clouds as we get to the storm. It's amazing. But then we're going to go over this cliff and see there's a whole bunch of more land here. So it kind of gives you the idea of there's the ocean there though, so we do see the ocean. But anyway, obviously there's ocean way out there. But it just gives you an idea of the elevation of the racetrack, right? Because we're on this plateau. There's Interlagos neighborhood right here. There's the airport where we started. And then this beautiful, beautiful area. And then a storm, and then we'll drop down to get lower to the ground. Only about 3,000 above sea level or so. And then we can begin looking for our destination, which should be right up in here in this big puddle. Whoa, there's an updraft. Holy guacamole, let's get inside, see what's going on. Wondering if it's my controls. Nope, it was just an updraft of some type. That was scary. I'm not sure if this is favorable for this plane, if this were real. Well, let's call our airport and see if we can land, and then ignore IFR if it is. Sierra Bravo, Sierra Tango. Oh my gosh, I'm having a really difficult time controlling this thing. Sierra Bravo, Sierra Tango. It is the closest to. Oh, it's uncontrolled. I don't know what the weather is here. It's nasty every which way. I mean, we could use the same runway that we took off from 17 and 17, but the weather on top of the plateau could be different than the weather at the bottom. Let's select it anyway. Let's announce full stop landing, and let's see how far away we are.
Santos traffic Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, 4112 miles northwest, 6,200 feet, inbound to land runway 17.
Okay, we're only 12 miles away. Feels longer than that. Look at that road down there. That's cool. Well, I'm glad we decided to do this. It's a little bit adventurous. I don't mind. I don't expect a good landing in this airplane in this weather, though. It's going to be pretty treacherous. Oh, you know what we can try? If this will give us the MEDAR. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, here we go. Wait. Oh, here we go. Jeez. 130 degrees at 6 knots. So 130 to 70, or 17, which is 170, means we're going to be 40 degrees off the wind, which is better than the other direction, which should be 180 minus 40, which is 140 degrees off. So we selected the right runway. 6 knot wind only? Maybe on the ground it's better. I don't know. This is the time. It's not 519 Zulu. Well, maybe it is. The sim never lines up with real life time, even when I select real life time on my computer. So there we go. 130 degrees at 6 knots. Very simple in theory, with a slight crosswind. We'll have to see. Alright, let's look out the window as we go over this cliff. And let's bring back throttles so that we can descend. Because if we point down to descend, we'll overspeed. So instead we'll bring back throttles to drop down like a rock. Hop outside, have a look. We can definitely come down thousands of feet. And it got a lot smoother once it got off that ridge too, as expected. Alrighty, very beautiful weather. You can only get weather like this if you select real weather. If you try to, well, without mods, you can only get weather like this if you select real weather. People are asking for more in-sim weather options. So you can set up your own weather like this. But, you can't quite. What is this here? Is that a road going down? Don't switch back, or is that like water? Anyway, bunch of rivers. Bunch of stuff going on. There's the ocean. Nice. Okay, let's hop inside. Even though that's a beautiful city. I can use the drone a second here. We're stable enough. Point down, please. Why is the drone doing weird things? There we go. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's check out the VFR map and see where we're headed. We are headed in the right direction. We have this thing that sticks out here. This thing is this thing, and then we land. So we need to come into this area. If I can see the runway from far enough away, we will just land. Otherwise, we'll do an inspection pass. Anyway, simple enough. Alrighty, let's announce our position again. Because we're plate.
Santos traffic Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, 418 miles west, 3,300 feet, inbound to land runway 17.
Alrighty, I reset our barometer because we don't have ATIS. We're nosediving because we can. I'm going to come down about 2,500 feet. Looks like we're a lot higher than that. But if we come down too low, we'll never see the airport. Although it's so hazy, we're not going to see the airport anyway. So let's bring the throttle a little bit so we stop descending. Enjoy the views. It sure feels like we're higher than 2,500 feet. Maybe because of the clouds, but look at those mountains. We are below the train on some sides. Obviously below the train behind us. Oh, look at that beautiful scene. Okay, that was river coming down, not a road. I was going to say. We better fly our plane, though. We're down to 2,300 feet. Alright, here we go. This is not Rio de Janeiro, by the way. Rio de Janeiro is, in this airplane, a many, many, many hour flight that way. From Sao Paulo. Alrighty, I don't see any beacons or anything. We might not get a beacon at this airport.
Santos traffic turtle soup Tango 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 416 miles west 2,100 feet inbound to land runway 17.
So 17 will be turning to the right. We're flying pretty good though. There's this here obviously. And then that cutout there. Where's that the... Well, there's the cutout there. And it's straight off the cutout. So it's right here on the other side of this water. So let's aim along here. And it should be right in here. I don't think we're going to get a beacon, or maybe it's just too hazy. If we come out this way, we might be able to spot it without an inspection pass. And by coming out this way, that gives us plenty of time to slow down and get our flaps. I think the runway was plenty long. But we might treat it, let's see, yeah, 4,500 feet long, yeah. We'll treat it like a short field just because we can. The wind should be favorable enough that I can land. So no excuses if I can't, other than I haven't been in a tail dragger in years. Well, no, I did do a tail dragger for big radials. I don't think it went very well. I should get those planes out again. I just have to relearn how to fly them. I already know how to fly these, but when I have like a quick minute to quick do a half-hour video and later on edit it, I don't have time to learn new airplane right now. Hopefully that's not permanent. Hopefully I can relearn soon. Already looking for a beacon. Well, as we're just going to come across here and look down the barrel and hope we spot it. Quick views around, and then we'll stop the sightseeing. We do have an airplane to fly. We are getting close to this hill. I just want to give myself plenty of space to land without having to go around and around. Ooh, we do have some urbanization here. That's pretty cool. Beacon just popped in. There we go. So we know where the runway is. So it's pretty close to the water. Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's literally right off the water. Okay, so there's the runway right there. Okay, we know where we're going. We do not need an inspection pass. Now we just need to fly the airplane. We'll keep our speed up, and then when we make our final, we will slow down, get flaps out. So let's talk about our base right now. Announce it.
Santos traffic turtle soup Tango 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 41 is on base runway 17.
About to turn on the final, and we're just getting really bumpy because we're really close to the terrain. So let's not get that close. Hopefully, going to be a slight crosswind. So I think the wind was 160, and we're 170. So we'll get a slight crosswind from the left. So left wing down, right rudder, compensate. Left main touches, then right main. Firm touchdown. Although we're in a trail dragger, we don't want too much of a firm touchdown. Although a couple bounces would be realistic and acceptable. We just don't want a ground loop. Time to announce final.
Santos traffic turtle soup Tango 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 41 is on final runway 17 to land.
Alright, I'm glad I flew out here, although most of the video was not about Formula 1, but that's okay. We gotta get this thing slowed down, so we're gonna nose up a little bit to slow down. Throttle all the way back, because I didn't plan ahead. First set of flaps. Second flaps, I don't know how many flaps, I'm just hitting my flap button a bunch. Ooh, there we go. Flaps came out now. Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. Bunch of flaps. Keep our speed up. Oh boy, this is not as smooth as I thought it would be. It's only 6 knots from the left. Only 10 degrees, was only, no, 40, it was 40 degrees from the left, wasn't it? Or was it the right? I don't remember. I don't feel like there's a crosswind. Anyway, let's just land, and try not to land long, because look how far we'd have to back taxi. So let's pretend we're doing a bush trip. Let's try to land without a prop strike, without a ground loop. So as soon as I touch down, even as soon as I hover, flaps are coming in. So we can get down, yoke all the way back on those brakes. Hopefully we can catch this first taxiway. Right, here we go. We're going to touch down right at stall. That's what we want to do, because we're going to pretend we're doing a bush trip. There we go. And one bounce. No, I didn't bounce. I just landed short. Pfft, look how fast we stopped. Look at this. Bam! What is that? 40 feet we stopped? It's a bummer we touched down right there. We touched down right there. That's a bummer, but we didn't bounce. I thought we bounced. It was just us hitting the ground and perfect. That's what I wanted to do. Bush trip skills coming in handy. What's clear runway 2, I think?
Santos, traffic turtle soup, Tango, 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 41 is clear of the runway.
Yep, turn off the landing lights. There we go. It's getting to be dark. Alrighty, so I landed exactly how I wanted to after all. Didn't even bounce, just plopped right down, nice and firm. Perfect. Nice. Considering I haven't flown Tau Dragger in years, that wasn't so bad. Let's land next to, or park next to the next Tau Dragger over here, and we'll wrap this thing up. So, awesome. Fan-frickin-tastic. And let's stop right next to it without bumping into it. Man, I kind of wish this was like a really... Oh, we're supposed to land in the stop in the circle. I kind of wish this was a really difficult bush trip landing, because that would have been awesome. Because we've had some crazy bush trip landings, and that would have been so cool to stop and land in like 40 feet or whatever. That's okay. Just practicing for next time. Alright, whoop, nope, parking brake is set. Let's come inside. I think all we do is just pull back everything, turn off the key, and take these off, and that's it. There we go. Easy peasy squeezing lemons. What's this button do? Oh, don't matter, doesn't care. Whoops, forgot to turn the strobe off. Alrighty, here we go. You all know the drill. If you whoop, that's not working again. Come on. There we go. If you want to... Oh, what a beautiful sunset. Oh, not even sunset yet. That's beautiful. I should put this on Facebook and say, look, I flew a plane today, and everybody would believe me. Anyway, you know the drill. If you want to know when Vegas videos drop related to Formula 1 and the bush trips drop when they come out, you need to be subscribed. You have to turn on notifications. And if you want everybody else to know we exist, then you have the like button, because that's the only way the algorithm knows people care. Otherwise, that's all I have to say. That's it. Let's not beat a dead horse. I'll see you next time.